Designing a logo is something that's always talked about in the design community as either like a slow death or an exciting journey. Logos are difficult just because of knowing how to approach it like effectively, and sometimes also knowing how much to charge for one, or even knowing how many revisions or rounds you should do. The basics of logo design is really knowing, again, your client, knowing who's asking for it, knowing what exactly they're looking for, and helping them, like getting them to provide you with examples so that you know exactly in what type of style they may want it. So there's different types of logos. There's the just typography logos, in which it's just the word, such as Howcast. There's also, just a symbol where it's just Apple, like you recognize them just for their symbol. And then there's a mixture of both. And then within that, there's a minimalistic logo. There's also like a Web 2.0, like glossy logo. There's many different types of logos that you can do. The best thing is to always ask for a brief. And a brief tells you exactly what the client's needs are, what they want, what they don't want, what colors can be included or not. Usually 2 to 3 is a good area to work with when it comes to designing, because it not only helps with the printing and cuts down on the printing cost, but then it also makes for a simple mark that can be reduced down to a small size and you still recognize it, or a large size and it still looks good. There's also different ways in knowing if a logo is doing its job or doing its purpose by testing it out. And you can even use like normal everyday tools to do that, whether it's Facebook and getting a poll, or using mobile app, like one is called Thumb, in which you can like poll the audience and see like, hey, how does this logo look? What do you see when you see this logo? When I first started out with doing logos, I actually went to this site called 99 Designs, and they have different contests that people pop up there to get different things done. So one of them are, create a logo for a business, and they'll show you a brief and they'll tell you like what it is that they want. In which case, the one that I'm looking at now, like they'll tell you what name to incorporate in it, if there's a slogan, what industry, the preferred logo types, whether it's the image, different sample logos, if they want it to be more feminine, more masculine, young, loud, quiet, simple, complex, color preferences, and then also what their logo is going to be used on. These are all important questions to ask to know exactly how to effectively design a brand for a company. While there's so many different components of the logo, it's really just isolating it down to research, knowing your target audience, knowing the company, knowing what style or what it is that they're looking for, and then making sure that you set up front how many different design rounds you're going to do, how many different logos and things that you're going to show them. Personally, I only like to show 1 or 2 logos. Showing a client too many can actually be a bad thing, because it gets them confused and gets you confused, and then you end up doing like 17 different revisions on 50 different logos. So it's always best to keep it simple. Even if you think that they might like something else, it's good to save that like for later.